Hello.
Good morning, half-ass traveler.
Good morning, well, it may not be morning where they are.
That's true.
But all right, this is the video you've been waiting for. We've had a few people ask us for this. As you know, we just finished our 2023 road trip across America, and this is the cost breakdown from our trip. The way we did it. There's a lot of variables involved with this kind of trip. You know, the type of RV you're in, how long you're going for, and then what type of lodging you're going to do. Are you just going to do RV parks, or are you going to do hotels, or are you going to do like we did, a hybrid? We're in the Class B van, so we had a lot of options. We had we did hotel stays because we can fit in a parking space. We had
RV parks. We did boondocking.
Campgrounds. We did it all.
Yep.
But you know, those are some variables that affect the cost. But this video is a breakdown of our costs. We go into the route we took, some of the highlights we saw, and then the lodging and fuel costs. We didn't go into food because there's so much involved with that, although we did make most of our meals
in the van.
Yes. So this breaks that down. If this is what you're looking for, then you've come to the right place. We hope you enjoy the video.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers. Welcome back. They just came back from the intro.
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. A few things before we start the actual video. Just want to talk about how we calculated the costs. Obviously, the lodging costs are based upon, you know, where we stayed. Those are actual costs. But the fuel costs we had to estimate. We actually got 15.12 miles per gallon of diesel in the Sprinter van, which I didn't think was too bad.
No, not bad at all.
Our average cost for diesel across the entire trip was $4.06. So each day, when we do the daily breakdown of cost, you'll see there's a mileage. We computed the cost based upon the miles we drove, based on the miles per gallon and the cost. So if you're wondering where those numbers came from, that's it. We break it down by day. We're also going to go into, you'll see that we traced the route we took, and any highlights that we saw along the way, you'll see those two in the video. Obviously, the costs are going to depend on, you know, the type of trip you do.
Right.
But if you got these baselines, you should be able to compute your costs, or at least make a good estimate.
Sounds good.
You ready to go?
Let's get to it.
You want to do a snap?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Well, we hope you enjoyed that video as much as we enjoyed making it.
Yep.
We had a good time on this trip. And if you're planning a trip or you're just interested in what we saw, we hope that it was informative or useful for you. Let's break down the total cost, though.
That sounds good.
All right. Okay, so our total cost, we went out for 47 days.
Yep.
We drove 10,377 miles total. We burned through 686.15 gallons of diesel at an average price of $4.06.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, our miles per gallon was 15.12. The total cost for fuel for the trip was $2,789.11. On top of that, we had some repair work done, a little under $1,000. We had the inverter issue you may have seen in the Albuquerque video.
And our tire.
Oh, yeah, and the nail in the tire, that wasn't cheap.
3 nails in the tire.
Yeah, and we also had an oil change in there, so that's about what our costs were there. There were some other fees, about $175 in fees for like park entry fees. We did have an America the Beautiful pass, so that covered the fees for the national parks, but we still had some state parks and whatnot that we went to, and that also includes the ghost tour in Tombstone, Arizona. Yeah, that was fun. Now, the lodging costs, the total cost for lodging was $3,200.83. But we did splurge a little on certain places, like the Destin Resort on the beach, the 2 Yellowstone lodges we stayed in, the Chisos Basin. There was some expensive ones we did. You could probably cut that in half without those splurges, because those were well over $1,000 for just those 5 sites.
But well worth it.
Oh, absolutely worth it. But again, they were splurges. So I think that if you're careful and if you're on a budget, don't splurge like we did, you could probably cut those costs in half.
Yep.
So we hope that this helps. Like I said, if you're planning a trip, we wish you the best. We had so much fun. Go out and do it.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to do it at least once in your life. It's beautiful out there.
I'm ready to go back out there.
She's ready now. In fact, let's get going.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all later.
See ya.